very lightweight at only 5,610 pounds. Super slide bunkhouse here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Also appears to be very well kept. This is the, I guess, the Executive Series Tracer. I expected that to say Signature Series, but Executive Series Tracer, which is kind of like calling this a Freedom Express Liberty Edition here at Haylett RV. This is the kind of like the upgraded member of the Primetime Lightweight family. I think you're gonna like what if you're looking for like your first RV, or you're trying to pick out a slide out for a half-ton towable type thing, but you don't want to go too big and heavy. This would be a really solid option for you. And how about this? With the slide out closed, as it is right now, you can get to every darn thing in this camper. You don't lose access to anything. I like the fact that they've got the deeper 42-inch dinette here, but if it was on this side of the slide, that would pose a problem. Since it's not, you just sort of snake your way around here, and again, there's plenty of walk-around room, no sweat. You can get to the fridge, the kitchen, and yes, you can also get to the bathroom. You can see that that door can open and close unimpeded. This thing has 100% travel access. Pretty darn cool. Pretty darn happy with the care and cleanliness of this one as well. Near as I can tell, the only reason this is here is the folks wanted to swap up to something with the bigger double bunks and pick up an outside kitchen. Because they swapped to a camper, or that's basically the only difference compared to this in terms of how it's laid out. And I don't see anything here where like they'd have been disappointed with the shape, the condition, or the functionality of it, because by and large everything looks pretty darn good. Lights up nicely, central air, central heat. The Executive Series again has a couple of extra pieces of glitz glitter, like the upgraded countertops in here versus like a T-mold countertop. You've got that solid surface material. Big pantry next to the kitchen. We'll come back to that, but overall everything looks good. Over here in the slide out, I want to point out that every window opens up, and you've got night shades on everything to close everything down for privacy's sake. Your fabrics and upholsteries look pretty darn stellar. I don't see any like hard use, wear and tear. I don't see any funny fraying. I don't see any spots where somebody sat in the same spot over and over and over again and wore down the cushions prematurely. By and large, everything here looks pretty darn good. Now, a neat little thing is this dinette right here. That's a free-floating table. Keystone popularized the phrase, do more dinette. But what's kind of nice is you can pull that table out of there. You can take it outside for picnic time if you want, and just use this like a nice big open lounge. Another thing you can do with it, if I flip around here, is here at this hide-a-bed, you can easily throw that table in front of it and use it like something of a coffee table, which is kind of nice for like just a rainy day in the RV to have a place to sort of sit there, watch TV, have a drink, whatever. TV does spin, by the way. So all the original electronics still present, accounted for. All the original owner's manuals down in that cabinet, as you'll see in a little bit. DVD stereo. This was made a little bit before Bluetooth came through. And that's one of the things that's almost a little bit deceptive about this is that it was made right before a couple of those more fun advances, you could say, in RVing came through. The good news is that means you're not paying for those extra fun advances here. You're getting something that's just in pretty darn nice shape that doesn't look like it's been, really hard used. Floors are clean, everything is clean, doesn't smell like human scent, body odor, or anything like that in here. The two single bunks, this is, in today's market, the closest counterpart to this would be a 2670 Passport as opposed to the 2670 Tracer. And there you're going to pick up double over double bunks and an outside kitchen. Again, that's basically the only things that these people swapped out. Nice big cabinet over here. This could either be used pantry, it could be kid clothing space back here, overflow, anything. It could do the job. Bathroom is simple, but simply effective. What more do you need a bathroom to do? You got a shower, you got a toilet, you got a sink. We do have the protective shower wall surround paneling and a skylight to give us lots of light and to protect those walls when we are showering. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, let's look at the kitchen here, because the kitchen actually has some pretty decent storage to it. Starting with this big pantry to our right down below, actually. You see that this, lots of storage in here that goes all the way up and, floor to ceiling, 6.5 foot tall. Now, above the those nicer countertops, we've got full-size cabinets there. They're not recessed and sunken back. They didn't steal storage space. Maximum storage under the counter as well. They didn't waste anything in this. And you see that the storage actually kind of ends under the entertainment center over there. And that's where those extra manuals and everything are stored. I also like the fact that they kind of hid their control center for like their slide and their awning controls in that cabinet, so that it's not readily visible where the grandkids are going to see it and mess with it, want to play with it. You know, your slide fascia, everything's nice and clean. I don't see, you know, scars and mars and all kinds of different problems or anything like that there. TV spins, I mentioned, to face the bedroom, but I do like that it's also mirrored. And the reason I like that is that when it is facing the bedroom area, that extra, it gives you the sense of more space, and it doesn't make this thing feel so darn claustrophobic, and it feels pretty decent in here as a result. Full overhead cabinet, not just a shelf. Really, I mean, like, I think I mentioned it earlier, but what keeps popping back in my head is this is basically the prime time attempt to equalize like a Freedom Express Liberty Edition like you would see here at Haylett RV. It's a very solid, well-equipped lightweight for its day. It's just the jazzier, upgraded one of its time. And it's, again, nice, clean, well-kept. Can't find anything I'm really concerned about. On my second pass through, I spotted something you folks deserve to be made aware of. Chances are, had I never mentioned it, you'd have never seen it, you'd have never known about it, but that's not the type of business we do here at Haylett RV. If I see something, I say something. And what I'm seeing is so minor, I don't even know if it's showing up on camera. It is pathetically small, but I will go out of my way to show you anything that I do see. There is a little bubble here, and there's a little bubble there, right above the furnace. It's technically, it's delamination, but, I mean, I can't even feel where it is. It's right there, okay. It is totally super solid underneath. It's not a leak. There's two ways an RV can delaminate. Leaks are the most common, absolutely. But as well maintained as this is, that is not the case. That's called toad skinning. What happened when that wall was laminated, the manufacturer didn't allow enough ways for the gases trapped and laminated in the wall to escape and breathe. So as heat expanded those gases, it bubbled the skin up a little bit, kind of like if you steam a stamp off an envelope. And again, you have to, it's like Hogwarts, guys. You have to stand at the exact right angle to even see it. But it's there. I can see it. I'm going to make sure you guys know about it, but at the same time, it is nothing that scares me. And you're certainly not paying New RV money for this thing. So again, the Executive Series giving us that 3/4 nose cap, power tongue jack, push button power stabilizer jacks, power awning. Everything on this is just push button simple. We've got magnet catches, slam latches. These guys were ahead of the curve on some things like that, you know. I would have preferred to see sliding bedroom doors as opposed to those accordion style doors, but I mean, that's really the only thing I see on this that I kind of feel like is an appointment miss. But in 2012, when this is built, that was very normal. So again, when I look at this from the lens of 2012 and not look at this in the lens of 2018-19, it makes a lot of sense, and I think that this is pretty darn sharp. Clean and being all white skinned, actually, it's kind of funny. Like, these color packages have really become just the thing in camper production. I kind of like these old clean white ones. Old, 2012, like it's ancient, but anyway, they just look clean. They look nice. And the other thing is, guys, in the hot baking sun, I think it's going to be a little bit cooler inside. This is also very cool. This is something that I like to really demonstrate on our Winnebago trailers, is an enclosed docking center down here. We've got an enclosed like water cable dock station. Things like Cougar RVs have this as well, but you didn't used to like see a dedicated spot for it in the pass-through like this. That is sharp. We do have an enclosed heated belly as well. And like you saw before, if I start going down the sidewall here, like you take a look at these decals, nothing is peeled, faded, flaking. This has been well kept, well maintained. The tires look good. Also has wide stance stability axles, which is very handy because at 5,610 pounds, there might be some short wheelbase, heavy towing SUVs out there. And you're thinking, well, my SUV is rated to tow 7,200 pounds or whatever. I'll be fine here. But you've got such a short wheelbase that a longer trailer like this, pushing that 30-foot range, could be a little pushy behind the vehicle. That's what those wide stance axles help overcome. They help smooth out that exchange to make this a little easier handling. Now, again, a lot of RVs, like I already mentioned, that 2670 Passport we have here at Haylett, it's very similar layout, double bunks, but would have an outside kitchen under this lower bunk here. This was made before every darn bunkhouse seemed to have an outside kitchen wherever it possibly could. But instead, we're just gaining a lot of storage space here. And again, I like to kind of zoom in on the fact that it's not all scarred up and scabbed up, and they obviously weren't hard on this thing whatsoever. Overall, This is a pretty sharp little outside TV hookup here as well. Looks like you could remove the interior TV and mount that outside. Very common through a lot of the Forest River subsidiaries, which is actually what Primetime is. A lot of people don't realize that. Primetime is just another Forest River brand. Nothing wrong with that, just giving you some history. Forest River makes some good stuff, they make some cheap stuff, they make everything in between. This thing appears to be pretty fair, especially considering the year and whatnot. So, give us a call here at Haylett RV. Oh, no, let's go upstairs. Let's go look at the roof. Almost forgot. Looking at the roof, looks pretty good. Like most RVs coming in on trade this time of year, they probably just need a quick once-off dusting. This is usually the spring and the fall are the 1 and 2 times a year. I recommend people do a wash and condition on their roof membrane. Probably be in order here, and that thing would probably end up looking pretty light, pretty bright, and pretty good. So overall, I think she's all right. I don't see anything here that really scares me up top. If that works for you, you have other questions, give us a call. We know our way around campers. We happen to have a few of them laying around here at Haylett RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, happy camping everyone, and remember, we only do everything at Haylett RV, whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between. Speaking of, we got like, we have like 4 of them lined up leaving right now. Not bad for a Monday morning in small town Michigan.